Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new. Hey girl, my name is Lucy. Today's video is going to be another girl talk feminine hygiene type video. This is one of them videos that you didn't think you needed until this moment, so you're definitely welcome. 2 videos back, I talked about what I like to do or what I recommend that you do before sex. Now, this video is going to be what I recommend that you do after sex. I'm going to touch on some tips and tricks, some common knowledge as well as some new knowledge, hopefully, I'm going to pass out to you guys in this video. So sit tight, grab your notepad, grab your pen, grab your book, your phone, whatever you like to take notes with, and make sure you take notes. I'm very sure you're going to take something from this video, so let's get into it. The first thing that I recommend to do right after sex, which I really hope that every girl is doing that right now, but if you're not, girl, it's fine. You're going to learn today to do it. I'm going to tell you why you should do it. It's to wash off. I personally recommend to wash off with water because I feel like water gets everything out. I feel like water gets everywhere. It gets into all the corners and it just properly cleanses you out. So I recommend to always wash out with water. But there are people that also like to wipe, which that's also okay, but you should always wipe with an intimate wipe, not toilet paper. I feel like this is common knowledge, but let's just say it just in case you didn't know that. Wipe with an intimate wipe, okay? Now, there's a technique for wiping that I feel like is common knowledge, but honestly, not everyone gets this education when they're growing up, so I'm going to let you know. The technique or the proper technique to wipe your vagina is to wipe from front to back, not from back to front. This is because you don't want to move bacteria from somewhere to where it's not supposed to be. Yes, you could easily move bacteria around your lady parts without even knowing it. So it's always advisable to wipe from front to back. The technique that I use for this, because it could be quite tricky, is to wipe both parts separately. I wipe here separately, wipe the other part separately. So this other recommendation that you should do after sex is very important, as well as the first one I just gave, which is to try to pee after sex. I know the recommended way to do this is to pee before and after sex. What's more important is after sex, because before sex, like I said, sex is enjoyable when it's spontaneous, so you don't always know when it's coming. So you're not always prepared 100% when it's coming. So you cannot tell yourself, all right, you know what, like I know I'm going to have sex like in the next 1 hour, so let me just go and try to pee. I mean, there are times when you know it, so yes, you can go ahead. You can pee right before, but the most important one that you should be conscious about is to pee right after. This is in the line of trying to prevent them diseases and being safe and taking care of your lady part as well as his part. I know you've washed out your thighs, you've washed out your lady area, your vagina, and he has as well, but also you're not completely touching your inside. You're not even touching your inside at all. So this is the right window for you to flush out any bacteria by just peeing. It's not easy to pee after sex. I know it's not. Now, I have tips that I use for this moment. First tip would be to drink a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, girl, you'd pee. Trust me. There's no how you finish a bottle of water or even half a bottle of water that you wouldn't want to, go to the toilet and pee. So that's one tip. The second trick that I use that works best for me is to just stay in the shower or in the tub and leave hot water running on your skin. Trust me, this works for me all the time. I just basically stay there for as long as it takes for it to come out, for me to pee. It will stimulate something in your body and you will definitely pee. And try your best to make sure that you let everything out just right after sex. It's better. I know you might want to lay down and relax, because right after sex, after that rigorous activity, you might want to relax, cuddle, talk a bit, replay the moment again in your head. I know that you're human, you might want to do those things, but don't forget that there are germs just laying there and crawling to create a problem. It's important to always play safe. Now, another thing that I want to talk about that is really important, and I want you to know that you're not alone. We all experience it, and sometimes we think it's weird, but trust me, it's our body and this is how every girl reacts. We just don't talk about it. That's the reason why I am open to talking about this thing. We have someone else that's actually experiencing the same thing, basically. It is normal and totally not weird at all to have a type of odor or smell after sex. Trust me. You just exchange fluids with somebody else. Sis, it is fine to have a bit of a smell. The smell definitely would not be a smell that is just too strong or really that bad, or rotten egg type smell. Not that type of smell. I just mean it would be like a little bit of a funk, like a little bit of, you guys know what I'm talking about. I just don't know how to describe this smell, and I'm not good at describing smells, but usually right after sex you smell something, which could be weird because obviously it's not a pleasant smell. It's not something like you like to smell all the time, but that's basically because you had intercourse with someone, you had sex with someone, and you both exchange fluids, and also could be as a result of condom or like lubricants and all them stuffs that you use to like spice up the moment. This all mixed together could create a smell. Sis, it is completely fine. And even your lady area, your vagina would also have that smell, but it's fine. The next day, if the smell is still there, that's when you have a problem. That's when you need to look into it, because you probably maybe reacted to the condoms or reacted to the lubricants or reacted to the boy himself. So you need to look into that the next day, but right after, it's completely fine. You don't have to bother yourself. The vagina basically reacts when something foreign just gets in contact with it. So you don't have to worry that there's something wrong with you, because girl, there's nothing wrong with you. Just wash off, just drink a lot of water, just make sure you pee, make sure you wipe properly. You're good. You're really good. And at that moment, you don't even need to do too much, to be honest. That's the reason why I mentioned that you could just literally just rinse off with water and you'll be good. You don't need to even use soap to rinse off. The vagina, you know, is self-cleansing, so you don't need to do anything at that moment. And your lady area is delicate at that time. Doing too much is just, at that moment, is just not necessary. It'll cleanse itself out, but make sure you try your best to do the simple steps, at least. If you're going in for round 2, girl, just go in for round 2 and repeat the step. Round 3, sis, you do you. But right after that, if you're done with everything and you just want to relax or you want to go to bed, sis, do not have anything on. If there's one thing that could cause odor in your vagina is when you have a lot of things on, like every single day, back to back. You have pants on, you probably have tights, and then you have sweatpants or jeans every single day. Sis, there's absolutely no way you're not going to have odor in your vagina, because you have too much on, and that could trap in moist, and that could make your vagina smell bad. So right after sex, why don't you just let it breathe? I don't think you should even have a problem with sleeping naked. Sis, just sleep bare. You guys already had sex at this point and you've seen yourself naked, so you might as well just sleep naked. But if you must put on clothes, maybe it's cold, or you just want to put on clothes or want to put on something to go to bed, put on something free, like something that would let air go into your vagina, because you need it at that time. Just let it breathe, let it do its thing. What happens after that is completely up to you. My part is to tell you the hygiene part of it. There's no type of product that I'm going to recommend to you, because girl, that'll just be me lying that I do all of that when I actually don't. So this is all I recommend, including what I do, my tips and tricks and all of that good stuff. So if you enjoyed it, leave me a thumbs up below. Let me know your comments in the comment section. And also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Join the family. There'll be juicy content like this every now and then. So girl, you want to jump on this bandwagon, okay? Follow me on Instagram, which has been on the screen from the beginning of the video till now. I'm sure you can see it right now. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Just search, it is Miss Benson. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will definitely see you in the next one.